George Papanikolas, Matrix Celebrity Stylist. I'm known for the sun-kissed balayage looks that I do, and I'm really passionate about creating very glamorous, beautiful, sexy hair. My plan from the day I started beauty school, I asked a friend of mine, who's the best hairstylist in LA? Like, who do I need to work for? And he told me the most expensive hairdresser in LA is Sally Hershberg. And I said, fine, I'm gonna get a job at her salon. And I didn't get a job with her initially. I ended up working with Chris McMillan, who's also one of the top hairstylists in LA. So I apprenticed him while I was in school. And then, but he was leaving on a shoot with Jennifer Aniston. So I ended up needing a job, so I walked into Sally's salon and they hired me. But they did hire me as their assistant. They hired me to help the entire salon. The first day, one of the guys pulled me aside and he told me, listen, I'm gonna tell you how it works in here. You're gonna float around for a few months and then maybe a senior stylist will take you on as one of their assistants, and you'll do that for probably a year. And after that, if Sally likes you, then she'll take you and you'll become her assistant. Then maybe you'll go on the floor. So day 2, I met Sally, and I had like long shaggy hair back then, so I was like a perfect candidate. Well, we started talking and she really liked me, and she's like, you should be assisting me. So day 3, I'm Sally Hershberg's assistant. So, that started off like, my like foray into celebrity work. And then I apprenticed a woman named Megan Zan, she was really where I learned a lot of my hair color. And so I had, with all these different people I got to work with, grabbed a little piece from everyone. And now I do similar work to them, but different in my own way. So I think I've evolved as an artist. Now I'm 13 years in the business, so I've come into my own as well. I actually started off as a stylist assistant because Chris and Sally are hair cutters. So I learned to cut, but then color was really my true passion. So I ended up really my full pedigree was really in color. A typical day in the life of George it's crazy. Like I'm on a plane at least once or twice a week. I split my time between LA, New York, and Dubai. Matrix, my agency, flipping houses. There's a lot going on. I feel like I have 500 things going on at the same time. So, but I'm really good at managing 500 things at a time. So I weirdly thrive on that pace. But I do have a big support staff. I've got a great crew of guys that help me with my houses. I have 3 assistants in the salon in LA who also can travel with me when we can. Matrix has got an incredible support team of artists that help me. So I feel like in every way, it's like my scenery is always changing, so I never get bored. And I think that it's a good challenge for me because I think if I was in the salon every single day, I would get bored to death. And I think if I was out doing editorial every day, I'd be bored to death. So I think getting that change, going in the salon and seeing, for me, the salon now is actually the easiest because I get to hang out with my girlfriends and I'm the art director and I get to decide, what's fun. Where a lot of times when you're on set, I don't always have that freedom. So it's always changing. If you are, already established and want to up your color game, I think education is so important. Whether you're getting it from a manufacturer who's supplying color classes, or even if you go to YouTube, it's so easy and accessible now. So I think, and also don't be afraid to try stuff. So many people are afraid of failure, and they're so scared to do anything that's outside of their comfort zone or anything that they weren't trained on, 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. Even if if you've been on the floor for 2 years, some people get stuck on what they learned in beauty school or what they learned when they apprenticed, and they never change that. So get out of your comfort zone. The worst thing that could happen is that you become really successful. And if it doesn't turn out good, you either never have to do it again, or you keep doing it until you get it right. So I just feel like you have to challenge yourself. Otherwise, you'll become complacent and you'll never grow and change. Social media is it's a game changer. If you want to be a famous hairdresser, you used to have to do celebrities to be a famous hairdresser. You don't need to anymore. If you do beautiful hair and you stand out, that's your chance. There's this amazing resource like an Instagram and all that stuff. It's changed well because now you're accessible to the entire world, and you can't fake that. If you do gorgeous hair, it's gorgeous hair, and if it's something different, if it's something that stands out, and it really allows you to explore your creative boundaries. Because again, this is the one thing on social media that I've noticed, pretty brown hair, you can be good at it if it doesn't photograph that well. No one's gonna like that picture. So you need to do something that, does stand out and does catch people's attention. And because that's really what's going to get you noticed, especially if you want to be popular on social media. It's changed the entire industry in our world, because when I started doing hair 13 years ago, trends would start in Paris. A year later, they'd be in New York. A year later, they'd be in Australia. So it took time for things to move from city to city. Now it's instantaneous. I can do somebody's hair in LA today, fly to Dubai tomorrow, and all my clients in Dubai want that exact same hair. And there's no lag time anymore. So I think as artists, if we're still doing the same hair we were doing 10 years ago, you're miles behind. If you're doing hair that you were doing 2 weeks ago, you're behind. So you need to constantly stay on top of the trends, constantly educate yourself. I think it's so important. Otherwise, you become irrelevant in the business, and you want people to want to come to you because you're cool and relevant. And otherwise, you'll just be doing boring hair.